Hey Gemini, how's it going? Well, Gemini Taurus cusp specifically. I'm gonna do cusp for a while. Here we go. It is 8:21 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully all is well. Nature Wilderness Assistance here. Linda Amaro is my name. If you don't already know who I am. TikTok Linda Lifted or for Linda for Lifted for. If I post this on YouTube instead, like you can always go and check that out. I'm on TikTok also, but Nature Wilderness Assistance on YouTube. So triangle cross. So let's see, what's showing through is Devil and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's to pull back. You know what, there's two energies here, and I was in the energy before I got into the reading, before I split these decks, right? About pregnancy. I started thinking of pregnancy, right, of my last pregnancy, which was 10 years ago. It's interesting that that came to mind before I got into the reading. Maybe you dealt with something similar, so like cautionary, trigger warnings, if anything, meaning cautionary. I had what was assumed to be a molar pregnancy and wasn't. After all the surgery, removal, everything, long story short, right? So it took a toll on me. It took a toll on me, and that was the end of 2014. Yeah, like towards the end of 2014. And 2015 was very rocky, hard, you know, it was like down spiral. I was trying my best, like, to be in church and stay, like, you know, on a straight and narrow, you know, or like best fit being I already have two, at the time I already had two sons, right? And so as of now I only have two children. So yeah, it was major for me, being that there were twins for me, and then my brother had twins around the time, his wife had twins around the time of my, you know, loss of my pregnancy, which was, long story short, about two though. So one placenta bag came out, and literally I was holding it in my hand, and like, that's a lot, right, to do. That's drastic. And then that was the morning of my appointment, and then they did the surgery, the emergency surgery, the next day after, because it claimed it was a molar pregnancy. And then I allowed them permission to study the body, right, or the whatever it was left, the fetus, right, whatever was there, because it was claimed it was a molar, right, not even a fetus. But so they did the study on it, right, and when my checkup came about, right, it was not a molar. So it really effed me up, where I was like I was really fucked up about it, like, so y'all took out my baby is what I said, you know. It was really effed up, and it really bothered me for a while. Sometimes it still does, you know, but like I've dealt with it, I accepted it, you know. I got my closure, my self-closure, you know. But the thing was, it wasn't a molar, so it was a living baby because it was growing in size, right? It could just be thoughts that you're thinking on, right? Hopefully, I mean, maybe you experienced that are too similar. So if you have, you could, you know, if you felt comfortable reaching out to me, you could reach out to me, and we could communicate on that, relate on that, right? But if not, like, if that's what's of the mind, I don't think there should be anything to worry about. And I would advise you not to even think like that, right? Think of the best and stress-free as best as possible, right? And if not, it's like, what would happen? That's because it could be like any of these like scenarios, right? What would happen if I got pregnant, or if you wanted twins, how would it happen? Or if you're aging and that's like coming of the mind, right? Something of that nature. That could also be the case for someone that's pulling through an energy to me, right? Which is why my situation came to mind when I was getting into the energy, right before I was getting into the energy, right? So because, and I'm bringing that even more to attention because this could also be where it's like planting a seed to think on, who am I going to commit to, right? Contract, the devil energy to a contract, right? And get it serious with. And then Ace of Pentacles, however, it's in reverse, right? But pulling through an energy is like to have a child, right? To conceive. That's the feel even. And for others, it's as if it's like you pulled back from a contract. You pulled back from a contract, and you felt like your investment was like taken advantage of. That's the feel in this energy. All right, so let's see what comes through. So that was just obviously just a specific message for someone, right? So we'll see what other comes in for Gemini, Taurus, cusp. Okay, and you know, to the best of everyone, right? To the best of everyone. Let's see. Highest best good for Gemini, Taurus, cusp, Gemini, Taurus, cusp, Gemini, Taurus, cusp, highest best good. Well, it was like probably 11 years ago, but or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here we have the Two of Cups. However, it's in reverse as the center energy. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. However, that too is in reverse. It's a crossing energy. Okay. There's a mentality that's going on that's affecting your form of connection or how you're connecting. It's like a thinking. It's like a chemical even. I feel like it's even a chemical going on of some situation is occurring. This is the thoughts. And the thought and the psyche, right, going on. Okay, Gemini, highest best good. Gemini, highest best good. And I'm getting another message where it's even a Gemini in particular is not involved with the children. Not involved with the children, but it's as if, so say if someone gave up their guardianship, right, for the highest best good of the children, right, and to get their self situated, right, and so male or female even, right, to get themselves situated, and it's as if to think, well, if I get serious again and I have the, you know, another child, what would be? And it's like like thinking of every scenario that could be, right? That's also the feel coming through. It's 8:28 p.m. It's also the feel coming through and how you're connecting and your confidence, right? Okay, and it's July 13th at that. It's Thursday, July 13th, 2023. I didn't even mention that. Don't get yourself like lost in thought. Don't get yourself lost in thought. It's okay. Highest best good. Clear be the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear be. Okay. We have here the Five of Swords, which is in your air element, which is of the mind, right? And literally of the mind. There's a lot going on in the mind. And then your fire element here, we have Seven of Pentacles. Okay. And then in your water element here, we have Seven of Wands. To protect my emotional state, right? To protect my heart, to protect me, just me, right? I feel like just to protect me. A bubble, I'm in my own bubble, or you're in a bubble. I feel like you may feel like you're just in your own bubble, or that's how others see you, like you're just in your bubble, your own bubble, like just in your thoughts, right? Okay, we have the Hangman and the earth element, suspense energy. We have the Seven of Cups in your opportunity position, the Queen of Swords in your obstacle position. 2 more, Spirit, highest best good. 2 more in the highest best good. I could have sworn something flipped over. Okay, nope. Highest best good. 2 more. We have the Knight of Cups. And 1 more. 1 more only. And the Death and Rebirth. Okay, and the overall energy is the Four of Swords. Crossing energy is the Eight of Pentacles. However, it's in reverse. Let's see. Okay. We have the Death in your action against your obstacle. Your obstacle here is the Queen of Swords. The thinking. It's to the point your emotions are being bottled up. Gemini, male or female, right? This is the energy. So your emotions are being bottled up because you're just in a thinking energy, a thinking state, right? An analyzing, analytical state. Air element. Gemini, this is your energy, Gemini. And so this could apply for anyone that has Gemini placement, right? And that it resonates with, not just in anyone, right? It just for who it resonates with most. And hopefully it connects to you for your highest best good. Or you get that, right? Because not every time someone's getting that perception from every reader, right? And not every message would make sense to me, or why I'm speaking on something specifically, but to the audience, you know, it will even more so. And then only to confirm it by you, and you know what I'm saying, that's how it's going to be confirmed in this. And like, I don't know, that's just very interesting how I'm just even mentioning that. That's how it's going to be related or relatable. Okay, and in the opportunity position here, we have the Seven of Cups. In the opportunity, decisions to make, trying to make the best decision right now. In your heights and goodness, here we have the Knight of Cups. To speak, to communicate, to express, right? I feel like someone wants to speak to you, Gemini. For the films, someone wants to speak to you. After an ending or a cycle, right? They want to speak to you. It's very interesting. I feel like a lot of hormonal energy going on. Someone may just be, and may be pregnant, not even know, or you are pregnant, you know, so congratulations on that, Gemini. But this is the message that's coming through, right? So, and I know how it goes back and forth with the baby mama, baby daddy, your husband or wife, right? The hormonal imbalance could be back and forth, where 1 minute you're together, 1 minute you're not, even though like you're together. I mean, it varies, right? It could really be a complete end with these hormones, you know, like in whack, right? Out of balance, meaning due to the pregnancy, you know. But mind you, the man feel the same effects too. So oftentimes man will get sick before the females. Oftentimes the men are, you know, getting those feels before females, you know, of the pregnancy. And they're going through a transition just as the women are, you know. So it's like, don't be so harsh. Don't get like in your bubble, or don't put yourself in a bubble, because like they're experiencing in a similar fashion the pregnancy as you, just not carrying the baby, but they're carrying everything other, right? Being you're carrying a seed of theirs, right? For those of you that are pregnant, right? Okay. In your fire element here, we have the fire position, we have the Seven of Pentacles. To analyze the growth. Well, my thing is to analyze the growth. Like, where is our growth, or has there been growth, or how will there be growth? That's the feel, you know. And then in your earth element here, we have the Hanged Man, which is a woman, right? Hanged Man, but male or female, this is the energy. And in suspense, but at the same time, this figure, she has herself in this position, right? She's holding onto her legs. She's illuminated. So male or female, right? She's illuminated, and she got to herself. She's pretty fit to actually even be in that position. So it's like whatever you're going through, you're up for it, right? Or you're equipped for it. You're capable to get through it, right? That's what's the energy that's coming through. So just know that, like, and that everything will like transpire, like how I say, it doesn't last for long, right? The pregnancy is only 9 to 10 months, right? Like, you know, like that's it's a phase to go through, right? Okay. And so in the crossing energy, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords, it's as if there's no collaboration. I feel it's like, or I can't do, I feel like someone feels that way, that they're having to take time apart, or, you know, out, because if they're pregnant, right? Nesting, recouping, right? Mending. Okay, and for others of you that split, for someone who's split because it's stepping in, for someone who split from their significant other or situationship that is like final, I feel like someone was like in and out, like stepping in and out all the time, like off and on relationship. That also, that's the feel like it was an ending, as I was saying earlier, but this is in a different sense of energy that's stepping in, right? It was an ending, and I feel like there's no collaboration no more, and it's like at a pause, like, and then what now? But how could it be? In the head, right? This is like different energy, like choosing energy. Options are optional. Like that's your opportunity for those of you that has separated or in that boat, right? But at the same time, it's like as if you wanted to communicate to this other significant other. At the same time, you put yourself in a bubble. So I'm getting like you occupied yourself due to the cause of a separation, right? With this 2 of Cups in reverse and this 5 of Pentacles. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so that's that energy. Like you're putting yourself in a lost kind of energy, right? It's because you're going with these emotions, of the separation, right? Meaning you feel really guilty or bad about the separation or your portion of involvement, right? That's the feel. And so therefore you place yourself in a bubble, or like you created your own world, right, so to speak, and in occupying yourself, right, or in protecting yourself, right? That's the feel. And it's like you're gonna be okay. Like you could come out of it. Like, you put yourself in whatever bubble you did, right? Meaning whatever involvement you're in now that kept you occupied, you could definitely get yourself out. Like you're fit to, right? If you put yourself in, you could get yourself out. That's the message there. Gemini, Taurus cusp. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Yeah, this is a light tarot deck, light tarot sphere deck, and I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, that's the message. So in this opportunity position, highest best good in the opportunity position for Gemini, Taurus cusp. Gemini, Taurus cusp. The 4 of Swords. And mind you, it went towards this death and rebirth, right? It's just to recover, right? To allow that phase to be felt, addressed, acknowledged, right? And then the approaches to correct it, right? Within self, within your ability to. Okay? Let's see. So that's that. And that's one of your options to go into this healing state and get away from everything, every involvement, right? Of recovery energy. Well, I need to take time out because I'm in recovery, right? Yeah, 9 of Wands. However, it's in reverse. Like, I'm not defensive, or I'm not putting up a fence any longer where I once was, right? I'm out of that energy. We have the Ace of Swords also. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting that I said Ace of Swords. Very interesting in reverse. So it's like where Ace of Swords talks about communication, right? The mind. And I instantly said that. So, and then this is with that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it's as if to even refrain from speaking, right? Like, so taking yourself back from speaking as forcefully or as you once were, or something of that nature, right? Or not being in defense even for some of you, right? We have the 2 of Pentacles. However, that 2 is in reverse. Yeah, it's that you know that you had to become rebalanced, right? This 2 of Pentacles is a juggling energy. However, it's in reverse. She's not juggling, right? Knowing she's not juggling. So he or she is not trying to juggle. They're not trying to be a player. Okay, I'm that song by Joe. I'm not a play. I don't want to be a player no more. I don't want to be a player. I just crush a lot. It's coming in. Maybe that's a song of yours. But yeah, that comes through, or maybe that's just, you know what I'm saying? You jam to that, right? But that's coming through by Joe, Big Joe, or Joe. I call him Joe, but it's like I know they call him like Fat Joe, but I just call him Joe. Okay, but yeah, that's 4 of Wands, and it's like not trying to be a player and trying to, it's like trying to restore your house, right? Whether that's just within self, or if it's a possibility to restore with that significant other of yours, right? Gemini, that's the feel. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the full energy also in reverse. That's showing through, but we still have the, excuse me. Okay, we have the Hierophant upright, the 3 of Swords in reverse, mind you, the 3 of Swords in reverse, right? And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. It's definitely, it's like a spiritual journey. I put myself in this spiritual journey because I noticed, it came to my attention where I was imbalanced, where I was not being all in, right? Or where I am for some of you, right? With the hormonal imbalance for the pregnancy ones, and the other ones is just like the player life type of energy there, like that. Okay, put myself in a spiritual growth energy or dynamic, or the pregnancy for other, some of you, pregnancy is pregnancy has put you into this spiritual like time out. You're pregnant and now you have to, it's like you have to step out, right? You have to not be if it's, say you were once drinking, partying, talking this and that, or however, right? Or they just be like really actively involved out there, juggling playerish vibes or player vibes. With this pregnancy, it's like put a stop to that, right? And so therefore it's like you could be viewed as like, I'm going to do the spiritual, or take advantage of the time, like spiritual, you know, healing like that. So that's also that energy there. Okay, and then this Five of Swords energy in the air element. Five of Swords, highest best good. Five of Swords in the highest best good. And we'll close this out. This is pretty longer than expected. Longer than expected. Ten of Wands, however it's in reverse. Ten of Wands, however it's in reverse. And it landed on this death and rebirth energy. So that is this is to cross this, but I was just getting in on that energy. The Five of Swords with this Ten of Wands, right, it's in reverse. So in the head, and it's like to retract, to back up, rewind, right? To what had happened, right? To think on the Ace of Swords in reverse, to think on like all of me, introspection, right? This is my time to analyze, kind of like hermit vibe. This is my time being, for those that are pregnant or others of you, that those that are putting yourself or have been placed on a spiritual journey, right? It's like whether you wanted to or not, you're on that journey now. So it's like now you have to go back and analyze self, right? Like no one, like it says, because it's everyone is on their own journey, right? Some are advanced like financially, some are advanced in like the family dynamic, right? Some are advanced in like the business. It's like different. Some are advanced in like physical health, like their appearance, right? Some are advanced in their communication or ethics, right? Everyone's advanced somewhere, right? In sports, whatnot, whatever. Everyone's advanced, right? So it's like I can't just think that I could just view and study others and be advanced on everything. Like you have to go through the experience yourself. Like you're gonna have to learn everything. You can hear someone out, right? You can hear their opinions, their point of views, right, and their advice and whatnot. Everything you can hear everything, right? But you will never actually know until you actually go through it, right? So that's also coming through, and it is 8:44 p.m. Central Time on that. So yeah, 8/8. That's also coming through, just to know like you have to still go through everything. Or if you wanted pregnancy, or you assume, say you were very judgmental of someone's pregnancy or their lifestyle, yeah, you have not even gone through it, right? That could even apply for this message, right? Like you have not even gone through it, but you definitely will, and you can. It's possible for you to go through it, so you could have that own acknowledgement for yourself, right? And then you could speak from experience, right? From somewhere's balance. That's the feel. All right, that's what I have there. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands still showing through in reverse. Ace of Wands. Did I say Ace of Swords? I meant to say Ace of Wands earlier. But yeah, that's the message there. So here we're going to get a Spirit Animal Oracle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear B. Spirit Animal Oracle for Gemini. Okay, that's the one. We have Be Generous of Spirit, Lion Spirit, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, Clear B. We have here from the Angel Ancestor Oracle. Let's see, that's 37s. So regarding confidence and Leo energy, right? 10, cycle completion or completion of well, obviously a cycle completion, but yeah, let go of the need to be right is coming through. Let go of the need to be right. Like I was saying, like someone like would have a judgment or wanted a word or had a word for someone, right? Or this could be applied, someone had a word for you, right? And it's like they can't even fully be that judge until they've gone through it themselves, right? We have the sun energy, enjoy success and happiness. Yeah. Be generous of spirit. Let go of the need to be right. Enjoy success and happiness. Don't be in that mentality thinking the woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Like be in the now. Be in the present. Yeah. Go with the flow. Go with the current. All right, Gemini. That's what I have there for you. It is 8:46 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully this provided some form of assistance, insight, resonate in some form, right? If not, use it as a guide or to your highest best good, right? All right, take care. Peace be.